Alright, so you just bought I Am Legend, the board game. This is how you play. In here is all your game pieces. You have your marble, put it in the slot. You have your dog piece. It goes on the D start. A gun for the legend. Put it on the L start. And then you have two Z's. These are for the zombies. They go on the Z slots. In here you also have chalk. This is how you keep track of what's happening in the game. On the outside is your player positions. So you sit in a circle, dog, zombie, legend, and over here you have another zombie. You can either play this with one or two zombies, but you need a dog, a legend, and at least one zombie. To start the game, you will roll the marble around the outside. Player with the highest number starts first. This landed on a loose turn, so you would, next person rolls. Over here it landed on 10. That's the almost highest number you can get in the game, so therefore you would start first. If someone else got number 10, roll again. For your first roll, spin it around the outside. Number you land on, here we get 2, is the number of spaces you can move. You can either go forward, from here to here. You can go over, down. You can move in any direction as long as it's not diagonal. You must go one space, then another space. The objective of the game is to make it from here to the dock, helicopter, with each one of the parts. So you would have to acquire all 3 boat parts, all 3 helicopter parts, or the cure to win. To obtain these, you would have to spin to land on heli, boat, or the cure over here 3 times. For the cure, you must only land on it 1 time. That is for the legend. The dog, on the other hand, its objective is to kill the zombies and protect the legend. Zombie's objective is to kill the legend. On the board you have 2 time spaces. That means when you roll the marble around the outside and it lands on a number, here we get 4, that would actually become an 8 for that turn. From there you can move 8 spaces wherever. In the middle you have a revive team. If you're on the zombies team and one of the zombies dies, you're going to be allowed to revive that zombie and he starts on the zombie start. Same thing goes for the dog and the legend. If the legend collects all 3 pieces of a heli, a boat, or 1 cure, for the boat, if you have all 3 and make it to the dock, the legend wins. If you have, for the heli, all 3 pieces, you make it to heli, legend wins. If you have the cure, you can be anywhere on the game board and win as the legend. The zombies, if they kill the legend, the dog will have 1 turn to make it to the revive team and win. If a zombie makes it into the same spot as a legend, the zombie is allowed to attack the legend on 1 turn. This means that the legend, whatever they roll, they will get half the number of spins. If they land on a special piece, like the cure, but actually, if you have the cure, you're gonna win anyways. But if you land on a boat piece, and you only have one of the boat, then you're screwed. You can't move to get away. If they land on 6, the legend will have 3 spaces to move because they've been attacked, so they only get half the number of moves. Likewise for the dog and the other zombie. If the dog attacks the zombie, they get half the number of moves to run away. On the outside, we have back to start. You land on here, your player has to go all the way back to the start, but they keep whatever objectives they have. Zombies, if they roll and they get the heli, they can guard that piece. This is marked on the outside with the chalk. You would mark for 1, 2, 3 of the pieces. If the dog attacks a zombie, they get half the number of moves. If a player attacks another player twice in a row, they will die and the zombie is out of the game. If the dog attacks a zombie who has some parts, then the parts will go to the legend. If this zombie makes it to the revive team, then the other zombie can come back in the game, but they will lack the parts that they collected. If a zombie attacks the legend from the same spot, and the legend rolls a 2, they can only move 1 space. The zombie can then use whatever. If it gets a 6, you can go 6 spaces around and back to the legend, attack it again, and that will kill the legend, putting them out of the game. The legend will then lose whatever pieces it has, and it will go to that zombie for holding. The dog then has 1 turn to make it to the revive team. If it does not, the legend loses. So will the dog, because the dog has failed in keeping the legend protected. Therefore, the zombies will win. If a zombie is out of the game and the other zombie wins, then this zombie still wins. In keeping track of your points, use the chalk to tally or mark what parts you have. Say you have 2 bow parts and a cure. And for the dog, you just tally up how many zombies you have killed. To remove this, either use your finger or a dry paper towel. If you use your finger, try not to get a splinter. If the dog makes it to a zombie while the legend has just died, then it gets an extra turn to kill that zombie. This is only helpful if the other zombie is already dead. If the zombie dies within that 1 turn, then the dog will win, the legend will not, and the zombies will not. This is one of the only ways that the dog can win alone. Usually the dog must kill the zombies before the legend dies to obtain victory. If the legend makes it to an evac point with all 3 parts or gets the cure, the dog will win along with it. If you land on back to start, go back to start. If you land on this space over here, just that white line, this just means re-roll. If you land on just that white line, then your player dies. It is important when spinning the marble that you hit it hard enough that it goes at least all the way around. If you hit it lightly and it doesn't make it all the way around, then you must just spin again and make sure you hit it hard enough. 2 times doubles the amount of spaces you're able to roll. If you land on a 6 for that one turn, you get 12 moves because of the 2 times. You can move from 2 times to other 2 times and keep getting 2 times points. But if you're anywhere else, just you get whatever you're given. 2 times does not apply to special parts like the boat. And if you land on death, you don't die twice, okay? Don't be stupid. Also, if you sit here and just keep going around, then you're stupid. And that's it. Zombies can't kill the dog, so they're going to kind of keep away. Don't be a dick.